Hey all there out there, look what I got. I've got my box of Megos from Target. There's 3 in here. Now, I also shot some footage at Target, but I'm doing this kind of wraparound segment on the video here for the YouTube channel, and hopefully the Mego Ambassador Facebook page will enjoy it as well. So this is my unboxing and review of some of the new Mego action figures. It's so great to see this company back in business. 2018 is the year of Mego. I mean, we've had some false starts, not from Mego obviously, but from other companies like FTC, which used to be CTVT, and what was it, Biff Bang Pow or Bam or something like that, and Mattel, that was a fiasco. So anyway, just glad that I can finally, for whoever thought it would happen, that I would be able to buy a new Mego 40 years later. The last Mego I bought was at, I remember this, I was with my grandmother. I don't remember the year, but I'm going to guess maybe about 1976. And we went to a store called Big N. It was in South Shore Plaza in Hamburg, New York, which is not too far from where I grew up. And we went to the toy department, and they had Planet of the Apes Megos on the pegs. It was a similar store to Kmart. And I had already had the Soldier Ape, but this one was the Soldier Ape with the cuffs built into the sleeves. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, built into the sleeves instead of the little mitts that come on and off. And that was the very last Mego that I bought, and he was my second Soldier Ape. And now, almost 40, well, more than 40 years later, here's what we got. So let's get to it. I got this actually a day or 2 ago. I've just been so busy, I haven't had time. I wanted to wait to show everyone and do this on the YouTube channel. There's a receipt, so it's Sulu, Alice, and Chekhov, which is what I ordered. Some people were complaining that these are overpacked. Hey, I'd rather have them overpacked than smashed. Now, it would have been neat if these boxes were like kind of labeled like the old Sears and Montgomery Ward, where it'd almost be worth hanging on to the box, but it's just a generic toy box, so there's no need to hang on to that. So, I have no idea which one's which. Actually, they do say on here, it says Mego Star Trek Sulu action figure, but I've got so much junk now, I really don't need to be saving cardboard boxes. But knowing myself, I might end up doing that. If it was printed on there, it'd be different, but this is just an applied sticker, so I really don't see any sense in that. Wow, cool. I'd almost be able to say that this is my first Mego, but well, I guess technically it is, but it's not the first one that I actually touched, because I did go to Target, and later in this video you will see my Target experience on videotape. Now this is cool. Coming out with the Gorn, and also the Romulan Commander, which was played by the same guy who played Sarek in the series, so definitely going to be going for those too. So let's see who's next. This one is Chekhov. Oh, these are sweet. Now, I probably will not get Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, because I've already got numerous original Megos of those. I don't need more new Mego versions of them, but these Sulu and Chekhov are a must, and I will be opening these because they need to go in my Enterprise display when I get everything set up. So that will also be in this video. I'll open at least one of those so I can do a review, in my opinion anyway. I may actually do a separate video on that. I haven't decided yet. We're just going off the cuff here as we shoot. Here's Alice from the Brady Bunch. Her eyes are a little wonky. She looks a little cross-eyed almost. You probably can't tell from the video, but I'm definitely getting Greg and Marcia. I hope it's not Marcia with a broken nose. That would be stupid. But she looks pretty cool. She's got flocked hair. I hope they make the rest of them. So as far as that goes, here's the ones I got from Target. Now I did not buy all of them, and I'll explain why. Here is the Mirror, I think that's the name of it, Mirror episode of Star Trek. It's got Mirror Spock and Mirror Kirk. Pretty cool. You want to see the back. And that side. It's a triangular shaped box, which is kind of neat. You could put it in the corner of a display or something. I don't think I'll open these. They look kind of neat as they are. Now they had a Dream of Jeannie set like this. Now, the reason I didn't buy the Dream of Jeannie set is because I really like the Jeannie, even though it wasn't a really good representation of Barbara Eden in my opinion. But I really did not like the Major Nelson or supposedly Larry Hagman maybe, figure. So I figured, why waste the money? Maybe they'll put Jeannie out in a separate one and I'll probably buy her because the outfit on her was really nice. I didn't want to spend $30 just for the one figure. So I skipped her. Now, the ones I did plan on getting, here's the first one, Dracula. Now I would have ordered these online, but when I went to go order on Sunday, as everyone knows by now, it was a mess. And the three that I showed you first were the only ones that I could the only ones I was able to end up ordering because the rest of them like sold out before I could even get my order in. But this was actually this one never even showed up. But this is one of the ones I definitely wanted. And this is Dracula. They don't show what other ones are going to do, but if you go on the Mego Ambassador page, you can see there's some speculation on some target numbers that people have already figured out what some of the future waves are going to be. Anywho, this is the one I really wanted, Action Jackson. I was really mad when I couldn't get this one because he was available, and I went to go put him on my cart, and it said out of stock. So this is cool because I've got almost everything Action Jackson of the original run. There's just a couple of pieces that I don't have, and a couple of rare things. But besides that, I've got probably 90% of the Action Jackson stuff that has been that was put out in the 70s. So he was a must-have. Now, when I was there looking at them, now you might be aware that they have 20 total figures, counting 2 2-packs. So that would be 16 loose figures and 4 figures each in a 2-pack. So of the 16 loose figures, I think 4 of them are the 14-inch figures. Wonder Woman, Zod, Batman, and Harley Quinn. I didn't like any of those. Not the Harley Quinn and the Wonder Woman, I probably would have bought if they were a 12-inch scale. I don't like that 14-inch scale. It doesn't match anything that I have. They just don't look right to me. Now, I heard there's a Superman one coming out. I'll probably buy him because I am a big Superman collector. And I have an actual just Superman shelf. So he would be fine for that. But that's probably the only one I can think of at the moment that I know of that I would probably definitely buy. The Batman I didn't like. His head was looked like it was for some 10-inch scale figure and some gargantuan body. The Zod has got like some giraffe neck. Although he looks good, I'd have bought him if he was 12-inch. The Wonder Woman I did like, except her head was a little big, but I just don't like that scale figures. If you're listening, Mego, I mean, if you could do something about that, if you can get around that licensing thing for the 14-inch scale, dump it as soon as possible. I mean, I think it's a lot more in the 12-inch scale. That's my opinion. I know I'd buy them. Anyway, while I was there, the other ones that I did not buy, And the reasoning I'll give you for each one, probably they're almost all the same reason. They had Charm, Piper, I think, Kelly Garrett from Charlie's Angels, Jimi Hendrix, and I think there was one more. It's not coming to me off the top of my head. But anyway, those three, I didn't like the likenesses of them. I liked the outfit on Jimi Hendrix. I didn't like the head sculpt. And I really don't want Jimi Hendrix, to be honest with you. There's some other ones I'd probably buy. But Jimi Hendrix was kind of like, meh. You know, if it was on sale and it's like 10 bucks, I might pick it up for that. But I'm not like overly anxious to get it at 15 bucks. Even though that's a great price, don't get me wrong. Everyone who knows me online knows that that's my biggest bitch, is how much those FTC and other figures cost. And that's the reason why I haven't bought most of them. Or that's mostly the reason why I haven't bought any of them. Anyway, I can't recall what the, oh, Penn Bundy was the other one. I didn't like the way she looked. I thought she looked like Priscilla Presley. Or maybe even Anne Margaret, like old Anne Margaret. Again, outfits and everything looked great on them. It just wasn't crazy because they didn't look like the sculpts. And I looked, somebody was showing the Charlie's Angels one, and on the back it shows they're going to make Chris, Cheryl Ladd, well, not even Cheryl Ladd, because they don't have the likeness licenses. So if they could have got those, those would be a must on my list. I've tried to make my own from the old Mattel ones from the 70s, and they just never looked right because the heads were too big and they didn't fit on the Mego necks right. But, and no Farrah. No Farrah. But anyway, so that's why I did buy those. And for as far as the Charmed ones, I don't think I'd want those anyway, even if they look just like them. That's just something I'm not interested in. So I think those are the other four, because then it would be, let's see, that's 16, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm still missing one somewhere. I can't remember what the other one is. Unless I mentioned it, sorry, I'm kind of going off the cuff here, off of my memory. But anyway, I was not going to buy these two. You got Norm and Tootie. Norm from Cheers and Tootie from Facts of Life. Now I wish they got the likenesses for Facts of Life, because I definitely want Blair and Joe. I just know they're not going to look like them, just like this doesn't look like Tootie. This looks like a black Supergirl or Wonder Woman, you know, original Mego sculpt that they put the hair on. But it looks so cool, I had to get it. And same thing with Norm. I wasn't going to get him. It kind of was like, Norm from Cheers, really? But I was looking at him in the store and I was like, I like it. I got to get it. So I did buy those two as well. So I've got 2, 4, 6, I bought 7. I got almost half the ones that came out. I got 9 of the 20. So I'm happy with what I got here. I love them. I'm ecstatic. If they keep everything. Oh, Fonz was the other one I had to get. Now actually, I'm tempted to get the Fonz because he is slightly different than the original. But he does not have the thumbs up, which is kind of like a, come on, they gotta have that. Even if they didn't have the trigger in the back, you had to give him those thumbs up fingers. I mean, that's just the trademark of that figure. But he does come with the comb, and he does have a little bit different leather jacket, and he has a little darker hair paint than the Mego. I keep wanting to say the Mego because everything else was fake Mego. But the original Mego one. So if he goes on sale, I might get him too. I definitely want the Joni that I saw in the back. I'll definitely be buying her. Richie, I don't need. I've already got him. I don't see any reason to buy another Richie. Unless for some reason he's like totally different than the original Mego one. Now, as far as these other ones, Cliff and Woody, I'll have to see them before I decide if I want those. Definitely want more monsters. I'd buy more Action Jackson. Dynamite. How about some Dynamite? I've got so many Dynamite outfits that I look like I have a Dynamite clone army because they all look the same. So let's work on that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to zoom the camera in, and we're going to open up one of these Star Trek figures and see, we're going to do a little review on it. Well, hey there. As you can see behind me, I'm editing this video right now, and I realize it's getting a bit long, and some people don't have quite the attention span, because I can make this an hour video. So I'm going to end it here, and what I'm going to do is make a part 2, so make sure you look for part 2. And the part 2 is going to feature my target footage that I shot when I found the Megos, and also the opening of one of the brand new Megos that I just bought and a review of it. So look for that video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.